coaches and managers and announcers and newspaper people and things like that. But the toughest thing, you know, I'm the head coach of this program, it's never an easy chore day to day, but running an association and taking over association, you gotta group people together, you gotta give them chores, you gotta let them do them, and you can't do it all on your own. And Steve and Linda Joss, when I came in, he said, Tim, you take care of the baseball, I'm gonna take care of everything else. So each year they moved down south, they moved down to Hilton Head, and after the 9/11, he worked in towers, and he was lucky to get out. He went down to Hilton Head, and that's where he lives right now. He's retired down there. So he will call me this week, and he'll ask me, who do I give this award to, and what do they do to make the program better? And Greg took over the program this year, and last year he had Dwight Goody come in for a giant fundraiser for Wilton baseball, and this year we were talking before about Ron Darling and how good he was, you know, the stories that he told about his coaches and about his youth sports and stuff like that. And they were two completely different people. And somebody's got to get the ball rolling, and it's this man right here. So this year's winner of the Steve and Linda Joss Community Service Award is Greg Banquet.
Good evening. I'm very honored. I certainly want to acknowledge Kevin Ring, who had this role for many years before me. It can be tricky. It is a little tough wrangling lots of teams and lots of different age groups. Huge thank you to the board, who many members are here tonight. I could not do this alone. It's definitely all volunteer. Everyone does it for the same reason. We love baseball. We want you guys to have a great experience from 13 all the way through 18, and we feel our job is to prepare our Wilton kids for these guys, right? We're getting them ready for their high school careers and giving you guys somewhere to play in spring, summer, and fall beyond that. So, and I also see a lot of dads out here that coached in your young years. So, and you know, we've all played a role in what you do, and moms who do all the driving. So, while I really appreciate the award, I think all the parents here actually deserve a lot of credit for getting you guys to where you are today. But thank you very much.
After we start giving out all the awards right here. But before I do this, I want to thank all the mothers, all the people on the board, the people who work at high school who make it possible. And we fight with them every day, but we do it for these kids that are sitting here right now to make the experience that they have at Wilton baseball be the best. And when they leave here, they come here with something special, and they leave here with something special in memory. Probably the biggest, it was gigantic when we went down to the FCI playoffs and went down to the semifinals. And my coaches are over there, and Don Hybeck has been with me for as long as anybody. And he was looking at the people that were coming in, and there were people that had been out of Wilton High School for 30 years, they're in their 40s, they're in their early 50s. They came with their little kids because this is something special. And it always will be something special working baseball. So that's why it's so important that parents who help out and give us whatever whatever hard work you can to make this the best program it possibly can. Thank you very much.
I'm going to add one thing to the Stephen and Linda Joss Award, and that's this. The reason that we have it so early on in the program is because, like the Josses, they never wanted to take away from the players. Their effects were felt, but they were rarely seen. And so it was quietly behind the scenes the work they did, and that's why that award comes right at the beginning, so it clears the deck for everything else. Thank you.
So we've got bring the orange and the other flavor of tequila. Yeah. And so it's very important to get that
Okay, everybody, we're all finished. We're set to go with the awards party ceremony. Taking over in a moment will be to present the awards to all of the ball players. Will be the head coach, Mr. Tim 500 Egan, or 500 Egan. So here he is, and congratulations to the varsity for their record and for their performance in both the FCX and the state tournament, as well as the JV players and freshmen coming up and coming through. Without further ado, here's Tim Egan, your head coach. Thank you.
We do this in order tonight. We're going to go with the freshmen first. Coach O'Brien is up in New Hampshire. He's coaching in the New England Collegiate Baseball League, and he leaves right after the season's over, and he goes up there and stays there till August, coaching college-age kids. So that's why he's not there today. So I'm going to give you a little bit about what went into the freshmen this year. When we started this, we had probably the biggest number we've ever had that I can remember. And we wanted to keep them all because right now we had some that were with the varsity team, we had a few that were with the JV team, and then we had the big number that was with the freshmen. And that comes with a little bit of what's going to happen next. And what's going to happen next is we're going to find out what type of commitment the freshmen are going to have to move up the level, whether they move up one level and play JVs, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, or they move up 2 levels and play with the varsity kids next year and take the place of the ones that will graduate at the end of the month. So there's a big commitment that has to go into baseball right now, and we find that out, and that's why I wanted to, and I argued with the administration of the school, the athletic director. They wanted, don't keep all these kids. Yeah, I do. I want to find out which one of these kids wants to be the next great baseball player, wants to work hard, whether it's in the weight room, whether it's in the summer, whether it's in the fall, and it's going to get to where we want this program to continue to be. So freshmen took a good first step this year. Now, when we get back to school, and usually around November time, parents, we have a big meeting where we pick our captains for the next year, and we start our weight program that we have in the mornings before school, so it doesn't interfere with anybody who plays another sport, because I, as much as I'm the head baseball coach and I'm going to do everything to make this program the best it possibly can be, I believe in kids playing multiple sports, okay? So I do it in the morning so it doesn't interfere with any other coach or any other program or any other academic thing that goes on in that building. So guys, great first step this year. In the next couple weeks, I want you to stop by my office. We'll sit down with a meeting and we'll plan a plan of how we're going to bring this along so that next year you have a better season. You never stay the same. You're going to get better or you're going to get worse. So we want to make that plan so that you get better and bring this along in this program. So what we want is, coach, we've got the list of freshmen. So you guys, we'll do this with the JV stuff. I don't need the microphone. So we'll line everybody up here. We give them an award. We have one big hand for everybody on the team, and we'll move it on.
Okay. Okay, so with great pleasure, I'd like to announce the freshman baseball team for the Wilton Warriors 2024. And as Coach said, I'm going to introduce everyone. Everybody will come up and we'll hold our applause till the very end. Okay, 2024 Warriors. Spencer Bodwalla, Gregory Bocchino, Ian Connell, Mario Coppola, Brian Alia, Christopher Gilchrist, Hayden Lighton, Thomas Nanos, Maxwell Neva, Liam Price, John Ray, Owen Root, Jacob Siegel, and James West. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Wilton Warriors freshman baseball. If we're going to do any pictures, Coach, we're going to do them now. I'm come up, picture, and let's take a picture.
Move all the way down here. Pictures.
I got it.
Come on down, guys.
Feel free to come on up and take a picture. Okay, now I have even a bigger honor, and what we're going to do is we're going to introduce two ball players who have won the Sportsmanship Award and the Leadership Award at the freshman level. And you know, we talk about sportsmanship, you know, it's that kid that umpire might make a bad call, but yet he puts his head down, goes into the dugout, puts his bat away, doesn't slam his helmet. He goes up to his teammate after a teammate makes an error and says, "That's right, keep your head up, you'll make the next play." But that's what a good sportsmanship leader is. That's what we look for. As Coach mentioned, if you get the sportsmanship award as a freshman, well, I hope you get it as a senior as well at the varsity level. And you continue on that path. Because being a really good sportsman is what this is all about. So it gives me great pleasure to announce the freshman 2024 Sportsmanship Award this year goes to Owen Roos. The second award we have to give out is the Leadership Award. And as a freshman, that might be the toughest award to win because it takes a little bit extra to be that leader. It takes that little something special to walk up to one of your team and say, "You know what, this is Wilton baseball, we don't do that here." Or, "You know what, that's the wrong thing to do. That's not how we treat our teammates." That's what a leader does. And from what Coach told us, this player exemplified being a true leader. So the 2024 Leadership Award, freshman baseball, goes to Mario Coppola.
The next group will be the JV baseball team, and with that, head coach E.J. Denunzio.
So, you know, it's, you know, sitting at that table is wonderful. It's a great group of guys.
Not often can I say I'm the youngest person at a table anymore, but tonight I was. And you know, when you look over at that table right now, we have Pete Kaiser, but we also have Franny Donovan. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is someone that over the years sometimes we take for granted. We take for granted his fantastic voice. We take for granted that he's there for every possible game that he can attend. And we also take for granted the type of time and effort he puts in to how he announces whatever the sport is that he announces. So Franny, I've heard you for 6 years now. You're the very best, and I just want to say thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
And you know, it was touched on earlier by Pete Kaiser. Listen, let's be honest. 500 wins is a lot of freaking wins. And it is really my pleasure to have coached along with Coach Egan, Coach Hyback, Coach Drukas. These men have been around the game for a very long time. But what comes with that long time is a whole bunch of wins. And I hope you guys that have gone through it, especially you seniors, appreciate what you've learned over the last 4 years. Because I don't know of too many coaches that have 500 wins under their belt as a high school baseball coach. So, Coach Egan, I'm going to say it again. Thanks very much. Congratulations. You know, it's, people ask me all the time, what do you like coaching better, football or baseball? I get the question every time. Parents, kids, it's not even close. Love coaching baseball. As I say, it's like stealing money. We're out there in the summer, we're hitting fongos, we're pitching to our kids. There's nothing better than that. Never look at my watch for the time. I don't have to watch film at the end of the night of a football game. I don't have to be in my office till midnight. It's a whole different game. But I want all the guys here to remember this. You know, we talk about the game is played between the lines. By the way, I came up with this weekend. Baseball is not always played between the lines. It's played between our ears. And I think one of the things that stood out this year is, listen, I look at that table, I see Johnny, I see Pacheco, I mean, the list goes on. We had some players, man, who played baseball. But what I think sometimes what we lacked is we lacked that baseball acumen. We lacked that baseball sense that sometimes doesn't come with all of the travel games and all of the extras that we do in the summer. And I think, guys, the one thing I'm going to say to you that are still going to play next year, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, is turn on your TV and watch on ESPN a college baseball game. Watch the position you play. Watch what guys do when the ball's not hit to them. Watch how guys move runners. Watch how guys bunt runners over. Watch where pitchers look to throw the ball on certain counts. All of that, guys, is important. It sure as heck is important to hit a fly ball as far as you can if you have a runner on third and the game's tied. That's important. But what's more important is that you know what to do with a ball when it's hit to you. And that is all between your ears. So that's the only thing I'm going to recommend as we move forward. Please pay more attention to the game, the skills of the game. Not just how many at-bats you get, not how many balls you hit off the tee, but what you can do each day to be a better baseball player between your ears. So, having said that, JV season, another thing everybody asks me at the end of the season, Coach, what was your record? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. Because that is not what JV to me or freshman baseball is all about. But if you ask me if Derek DePalian is a better baseball player today than he was at the beginning of the season, 1,000%. And that list goes on and on with every kid that sits at that table. They are better baseball players today than they were when they started. And that's our goal. And it makes me think back to these seniors that are sitting here, the pleasure that I had coaching them as JV baseball players, the DeVerses, the Zapparinis, the Coopers, the Jarvies. I didn't have to Shetty because he was too good to play JV. You all know that. But the pleasure that it was to coach these kids and to see what they did this year is a testimony not only to them, but the coaches that they've had throughout their entire career here. So I'm not going to go on anymore, but I just want to thank the seniors that are leaving, the guys that I had the pleasure of coaching, Frankie. It's been a blast. I wish you guys the very best. Okay, and I hope you guys come back and visit, just like we saw this past year. Okay, JV baseball. It's now my pleasure to introduce the players for the 2024 JV baseball team. Again, we're going to hold her up applause till everybody comes up. Joe Aversano, Mason Behar, Ethan Driscoll, Danny Dustin, Nate Fox, Evan Lawler, Gavin Levenhurst, Jacob McDonald, Anthony Palumbo, Andrew Partenza, Luke Turner, Noah Sherrick, William Susi, Jacob Sweeters, Derek Tepalian, Lander Urardi, Lucas Wernicke. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 JV Baseball. Again, if you want to take some pictures, step right up.
Boys, move down.
Okay, just as we did with the freshman baseball team, we're now going to introduce the two winners of the Sportsmanship and Leadership Award for JV Baseball. The first one, again, we'll do sportsmanship. And again, the same holds true. This player was that kid that threw many strikes that were full balls this year. He made many plays at shortstop, threw the ball at first base, runner was called safe and he was out. Happened a lot. Never saw this kid get upset. Never saw him throw a temper tantrum. Class act. I've known him now for 2 years. He is the epitome of a sportsman, winner of the Sportsmanship Award, William Susi. And last, the Leadership Award. Again, extremely important award. It's for that player, that student athlete that's able to step up and say, hey, let's do the right thing, not the wrong thing. This kid did it every single time. All I have to do is give one phrase and everybody at that table is going to know who won the Leadership Award. 1, 2, 3, pride, Joe Aversano.
We'll move on to the varsity baseball team. Guys, sit around for a second. Sit around for a second. I've been the head coach of this program for a lot of years, and I want to tell you how lucky I am to have these guys as my assistant coaches. I give them what I want done, and it gets done. If you ever been a head coach of a program, you know you got to look out for everything. You can't get too close to this. You got to stay far away from this, and hope that you don't, can't fight with this parent or that parent or whatever you do with that administrator or this administrator. You look after the whole program. But as an assistant coach, and I had been there before I became a head coach, you get closer to the players. And Don Hybeck has been with me for over 30 years. And he leaves work every day to come to practice. He does it on Saturday mornings. He's missed family functions. He's done things like that. And you don't understand when you're an assistant coach, you get a little credit, but you don't get a lot. And you know, everybody says you win 500 games, yeah, okay. But I didn't do it without Don Hijack, Coach Drukas right here, and DJ Denunzio right here. They are guys who bond with these kids and get that little extra out of them that sometimes other coaches can't. So guys, I love you, and I want you to know. EJ talked about Freddie Donovan, and you know, I've been here longer, and in the winter time I work basketball games, and I go, football games, and I go to different sports. He didn't have kids that played in the athletic programs. He did it for the love of Wilton high school sports. So everything that's on that wall about Freddie Donovan is 100% true in that field house, that plaque that goes there, and the one that's in the stadium. So, Fran, I love you, man. And the guy sitting next to him is Peter Kaiser. And Pete, right now, there's very few. Hearst Media owns every newspaper that's around. There's very few newspapers around. But when he worked for the newspapers, he was the guy that used to write all the tremendous articles. And that he worked all through the season, and then at the end of the year, he came and he always emceed this banquet. And because to this day, he's been looking forward to doing this as the MC and as the go-between. He'll talk about the Lou Gehrig Ironman Award, which he had instrumental in creating and stuff like that. So, Pete, I love you, my man. Thank you so much. To my varsity players who took an old coach on a ride this year, that is something I won't forget. And we were 5-6, and we were at Danbury High School, and we played probably the worst game we ever played. We dropped pop-ups, we didn't hit, we didn't pitch, we didn't catch, we didn't throw. We did everything wrong. So we took the kids out, and when I talk about assistant coaches, sometimes a head coach, the less you say is probably the better. Well, Coach Heidler grabbed the kids and said, you better go home and start looking yourself in the mirror and say, how are you going to turn this thing around? Because if not, we got on the bus, I go, when are we going to find 3 more games to make the state tournament? That's how dire that game was at that point in the season. We were 5-6 and going south fast. But, to what he said, and to the credit of these guys right here, they took it to heart. And the next day, we were at practice. I said, all right, every position on the field is open. So wherever you want, wherever you're going to play, we're going to make this program better, starting right now, today. And we moved kids around, we went to other positions, we used other people in different spots and stuff like that, and it worked. And bingo, we won 11 games in a row and found a way to get to the FCI playoffs that we hadn't been since 2019. And believe me when I tell you, the expression on their face when the first game we upset Norwalk at night down there, and then we went to the semifinals with only 4 left at Cabetta Stadium, and they upset one of the top 3 teams in the state, Ward, and it wasn't the stars that got it done. It was other people who stepped in roles that we came back, we were dead in the water, and we found a way to win. And to you guys, you took me on a ride, and you took these guys on a ride. And as Coach Drew was going, Coach, I don't know how we did it, but man, we shocked the world. So congratulations to you guys, because guess what? You got it done. Now the job comes to these guys. And as I said during, at the beginning, you are now part of the Wilton baseball alumni, where you are always seniors, you will always be welcome in this program. You'll always be there. Hopefully, you're just like I said when we were in the playoffs, we got down to the end. We had kids come back that I had seen in over 20 years, and they came back and they go, oh, Wilton baseball is something special. So they have joined that fraternity right now, and I love you guys dearly, and I always will. All right. No, but give me that big black right there. Yeah, that one right there. All right, we're gonna bounce around a little bit. We're gonna get some awards out. Some of them, most of them, the kids voted for themselves. Okay, they voted for the player that they wanted in a certain slot. It's not given out by a coach, it's given out by the players. Okay? And the first one is a Warrior Award. And I created the Warrior Award myself years ago. And this one's gonna go to a player who started for 4 years. He was DH for the first couple, and what I remember distinctly was we were in the FCI playoffs out of Leicester. Leicester was one of the top 5 teams in the state that year, and we had taken the lead late in the game on a long home run by this young man. And when he came around third base, the entire team stood up and they go, "He's a freshman, he's a freshman." Well, guess what? He went all the way till he was a senior, and he gave me thrills for 4 years. And I'm gonna miss this young man, Mike Fischette. All right, we're gonna announce the letter winners, the pin winners, and the certificate winners. What's good is this year we're giving out a lot of letters. That means you got a lot of kids coming back next year. So with that, Coach D'Annunzio is gonna read off the names. You guys come up here and we'll start a line right across here. Right, Coach.
Okay, Coach. Again, my pleasure to introduce the 2024 varsity baseball team. Steph Cross. Adam DeVersa. Aiden Engelbright. Michael Fischetti. Jeff Fox. Dean Duvea. Cole Turks. Max Sharp. Cooper Maddox. Maddox Maloney. Casey Meyer. Luke DeMorgan. Colton Smith. Eddie Stefega. Frankie Tomas. Connor Suhill. Nico Torna. Ben Zappaterini. And this young man unfortunately wasn't in. This young man wasn't able to play this year, but he's certainly part of the team, was one of the best movers in the dugout. Matty White.
And the last guy that is part of this team, come on down, guys, come on down here, is our statistician, Aaron Schwartz.
Guys, look at the camera.
That's enough.
The Wilton High School Athletic Department gives award each year for sportsmanship and leadership. And the sportsmanship award goes to Mike Fischetti. The leadership award goes to Adam DeVersa. Okay, the FCAC, which is the league that we belong to each year, recognizes athletes for their achievement, and honorable mention, all FCAC, goes to Ben Zaccarini. He did very well in the All FCAC East team because that was Ward, New Caney, Darien, all the teams that were up there for playoff spots going all the way through. And first one is Cooper Mack. Second one is our center fielder, Adam DeVersa. Next one, Michael Fischetti, outfielder. That's right. There's two. You must be twice as good. Next one is a young man who's got tremendous upside, tremendous future. We asked a lot of him as a freshman this year, Colton Smith. First team All FCAC. He was one of the highest vote getters in the whole thing because I was standing in the room, Max Jarvie. First team, All-State, Max Darby. That's why we can do something here. The 18th of June, we go up to the AquaTurf, and he'll be honored by the state of Connecticut, and he'll get his get an award up there, so. I'll tell you what a good group we had this year when we do it. The next 4 awards are given out, are voted on by the players themselves. You know, they see it sometimes one way, coaches see it another way. But what I wanted the kids to do is have an opportunity to honor one of their own. When you put a baseball team together, you gotta put all the pieces together. And sometimes we had a lot of freshmen that were vying for spots this year. And when you do that, you take chances. Some can handle it physically, some they're playing with kids 2 and 3 years older, and sometimes it's difficult for them. But as the season goes on, they get better and better because the game slows down and they get acclimated to varsity baseball. And this young man was voted on by his players as the Rookie of the Year, Mr. Cole Smith. Next one is what you really want in a coach. Last year, this player struggled to get on the field. As a senior this year, he never got off. We used him, and you say, well, when did you make that move? And the parents always ask, well, why did you do that? It was at a scrimmage. We were down in Norwalk, and we were looking for our pitching staff. We were going to go with 2 men, with 3 men, with 4 men. How are we going to do this? And we put kids into situations to see how they handle them. And this young man threw 4 shutout innings at Norwalk. And when he didn't, he was a catcher behind home plate and got better and better as the season went on. And I am proud as the head coach to give this award to Cooper back. The next one is our leadership award, and that really could have gone a number of different, because at different dates, different kids stepped up. And when I really saw that this young man stepped to the front, we were playing our last game of the year, and we were down. We were down. We were in the deep end, and I didn't think we were coming back. Well, to make it, we got 4 runs. We had the time run on, we had the winning run on, and we just didn't get ahead. We just ran out of luck when we did. But a coach, when you get a team in, you say, okay, come on, guys, we gotta put the ball in play. We gotta play for each other. We gotta play as hard as we can all the time. That's one thing coming from a coach. That's one thing coming from an assistant coach. But when it comes from a player, it's very effective. And our leadership award winner is Adam DeVersa. I'm going to give a little bit leading into our final award. And Pete Kaiser is going to talk about how the creator came about it. A number of years ago, we wanted to present an award to one of our baseball players that not only you did it academically, you did it athletically, you did it as a person who leads by example. And we've given this award out, we're going on 30 years right now, we've given it. And I don't want to steal Mr. Kaiser's drift on how this award came about and who's responsible for it, but I know tomorrow he's going to put a call in to South Carolina and tell them about this young man and what kind of character person he really is. So with that, Mr. Kaiser, you have the microphone.
Thank you, Jimmy. We've reversed the order a little bit. We're okay because we'll have the WBSA awards coming right after this. And Greg Capelli will announce those. The Lou Gehrig Award, a lot of things have come together, particularly this year. 30 years ago, the award was first developed by Peter Rubino, sculptor, who was commissioned by the Gehrig estate to create a bust of Lou Gehrig, which he did. And subsequently, he donated a series of them, about 25 years worth, because he had the mold to do it. He donated these busts, you see right here, of Lou Gehrig. And the Lou Gehrig Award is given to the person who seems to exemplify the skills on the field, the character off the field, and the capabilities off the field, primarily academics, of Lou Gehrig. Now, there's a second thing, 30-year anniversary of the creation of the award for Wilton High School. It is today, that some 80 plus years, the actual day that Lou Gehrig died in 1941, June 2nd of 1941. So it's a kind of a sad, but it's a fitting day to celebrate the capabilities that he had. First of all, in terms of skill in the classroom, he went to Columbia University. He was born in Riverside in the Bronx, and he went to Columbia, majored in engineering. I think it was mechanical engineering, and he had to do it in order to play baseball because he had to promise it to his mother, and his mother made him graduate from college, and then he could play for the Yankees, which he did for 17 years. And I hadn't realized the kinds of records that he established. They were just awesome. He batted .340 over a lifetime, 493 home runs, 662 slugging average. For the stat geeks, this one, he was the highest ratio of runs scored plus runs batted in 100 plate appearances, 35.8, which still stands. Still stands. It's one of those records, still stands. So those two things in the classroom, on the field, and then he had great courage, as we know. He had great durability as well. 2,130 games consecutively broken by Cal Ripken in 1995, I think, but that record stood for 56 years. So, a lot to live up to for somebody who might be 17 or 18 years old, but again, it's what it represents, and the qualities of those qualities that are represented. Tim's going to say who the winner is, because he knows and I don't. In any event, congratulations to whomever, and I'll see you after you beat up. Go ahead, Steve.
Out of what, Steve? As Mr. Kaiser said, Peter Rubino is the creator and sculptor of this. He had two boys that went through the program, and after they went through the program, he wanted to leave a lasting mark. And I know his award, the statue that Mr. Kaiser is going to shake hands with the winner right now. It's going to mean a lot to them today, tomorrow, and years to come. And the winner of the Lou Jarrett Ironman Award is Max Jarvis. I kept this award to the end. The players, as I said, voted for the last 4 awards, and the most valuable player award also goes to Max Jarvis. Greg Topilia is going to come to the mic now, and he is going to give out every year, gives out scholarships to deserving baseball players, and he'll explain them to them. One of them was probably the first man that I met when I became the head baseball coach, and his name is on the field over his coach named Bill Terry. Bill Terry, as soon as I got the job, he goes, "Young fella, come over here." Took me over to the Y, and he said, "You're going to be here for a long time." And Bill Terry was just a tremendous man. If they needed an umpire, it was Bill Terry. If they needed somebody to cook hot dogs, it was Bill Terry. Somebody line the field, it was Bill Terry. He was one of the true builders of the Wilton Little League, as you see that field today. Okay, and that's why his name is on the wall right there when you go in. But I don't want to steal the drift from our Booster Club president, Greg Topilia.
Okay, we're almost at the end here, guys. But before I get into the awards, I do want to acknowledge and shout out to the Boosters team here. Jamie Toohill, Stephanie Barber, Dina Susie, giving a lot of work to have this event coming together. Thank you very much, guys. So I've got, this is like the fun part, frankly, of doing what I do. So we present 3 $500 scholarship awards to 3 winners. They all submit, and our board reviews blindly. We have no idea who the submissions were, so there's no preferential treatment. And we have 3 great winners. So the first award is the Scholar Athlete Award, and this recipient it's given to a player who has had a significant impact on the Wilton baseball program throughout their high school career, combined with academic success in the classroom. This year's award goes to a young man who will be attending The Ohio State University, and recognition of excellence achieved both in the classroom and on the field. I am honored to present this award to Ben. Enthusiasm for that. So the next award, as Coach Egan said, is the Bill Terry Scholarship Award. Mr. Terry was instrumental in the founding of the Wilton Little League. He's credited with the development of the fields, the beautiful fields we have at the Y. He was the league president and district administrator during his time. A hugely impactful person in the lives of baseball players throughout Wilton. This year's winner will be attending Endicott College, and just one more award for Max Jarvis. Okay, the last award is the Andrew Dunn Scholarship Award. Unfortunately, this is always a sad one. On July 12th, 1995, Andrew Dunn died in a one-car accident on Sturgis Ridge Road. He was 16 years old. He played varsity football and was a center fielder on the baseball team. By all accounts, Andy was a really popular kid, known for his upbeat demeanor and his sense of fun. He was known for his decency, sense of fairness to all people, and humanity. The Wilton High School president at the time, John Sullivan, described Andy as having a smile that could light up a room. A year after Andy's death, his graduating senior class raised money by selling t-shirts and donated a special plaque commissioned by local artist Peter Rubino. In honor of Andy, this plaque remains on display in the main foyer of the high school. This award is given in recognition of the love of the game, character, sportsmanship, and lasting impact on the baseball community. This year's recipient of the Andrew Dunn Scholarship Award will be attending the University of Connecticut. Honored to present this award to Cooper Maddox. All right, last thing up is we do have some gifts. Part of thank you again to the boosters, and thank you to all the parents who generously donated. We have some gifts for our fantastic coaching staff here. So, who's first? Coach D'Annunzio. Coach Drugas. And Coach Egan. All right, I gave Coach Hybex to Coach D'Annunzio. So Coach Hybex. Thank you, everyone. Congrats on a fantastic season. Look forward to doing this again next year. And Peter?
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry we have to pull up.
No, I'm not sorry. This is the player's chance. The paper plates. And we'll start with, how about JVs? Have you got paper plates? You have
RC only.
Varsity, I'm sorry. Varsity only. Okay, here we go.
Okay, we are going to start with some gifts that we got for the coaching staff. Alright, so the first gift is for Coach Drugas. First one's for Coach Drugas, and earlier in the season, Moment got a little heated and he got tossed. And so, he ended up watching the game from the parking lot, so we got him a pair of binoculars. Alright, so this next gift is for Coach Egan and Coach Hybeck. And Coach Egan's always giving Coach Hybeck signs from the dugout to give to us while we're on the bases. So we got them walkie-talkies so they can give the signs. Okay, we're going to start with the Paper Plate Awards. And the first award kind of speaks for itself. Ben Zapatrini won the Line Drive Pappy Award. Okay, the next award is the Wounded Warrior Award.
And this one actually goes to Connor 2L.
Alright, so the cooperative award goes to Colton Smith because he's always reliable to grab all the balls, the helmet. Alright, so this next award is the Nelk Award, and it goes to someone that's always ready to have a good time and always ready to party, Steph Cross. Alright, so the next award is the Dory Award, and we were on our way to the St. Joe's game, and Coach Egan's looking in the back of the bus, and I see him looking at me, and he called me to the front, and he goes, "Hey Mike, do we have the balls?" And I go, "Well, I told Jeff to get the balls, let me go ask him." So I go to the back of the bus to talk to Jeff. I go, "Jeff, did you grab the balls?" He goes, "Nope." So I asked him, how come he didn't say anything? He's like, "I'm not sure. I just forgot." So the Dory Award goes to Jeff.
Throughout the years, it's been a name that Coach Egan gives to one player on the team, and it's strictly based off their appearance. The tall and lanky people are always called long tall. The crowd holder was Tim Carbonero from last year, and this year that award goes to Casey Meyer.
Okay, so the next award goes to Nico Turnus because he is an absolute dog on and off the field. This is the Dog Collar Award. Alright, so the next award goes to someone who would always play music in between innings for us. So the DJ award goes to Maddie Weiss.
This next award goes to a player who all of a sudden just seemed to drop off the side of the earth for about 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks or so. One day he says he's sick in the group chat, and then 3 weeks go by or so, and all of a sudden he's back. This is the Patient Zero Award, and that is Aiden.
Alright, so the next award is the Communication Award. This player, we don't know where he is at practice. We're 20 minutes into practice, and we found out after practice that he texted Coach Egan to let him know that he wasn't going to be there 30 minutes into practice. So this award goes to Luca Morris. Alright, so this award goes to someone who during IO would never hit the cutoff man. He would just throw right to the base no matter how far he was in the outfield. So the cutoff award goes to Jude Gouveia. Alright, so this award goes to someone who would ask me a lot of questions throughout the season. So the Gettysburg Award goes to Cole Herbst.
This next award goes to a player who I think across all group chats and in-person speaking probably totals around 10 words spoken the whole year. This is the Mute Award, and this goes to Madison.
Okay, so in our Norwalk game after our first FJAC playoff game, this guy had the game of his life. He got the game ball, and after the game, a bunch of girls were outside the dugout asking for a Snapchat. So the Team of Riz Award goes to Bill Stovega.
This last award is the Team Huddle Award, and this one has two meanings behind it. One, he always has to gather the team up and start screaming in the middle of the huddle to get the team hype. But he also, especially when we have no running at the end of practice, likes to make jokes where he mumbles under his breath. And he's like, "Coaches, we got running. Coach, we got running." And likes to get as loud as possible, just so the coaches don't hear. This award goes to Cooper Maddock.
All right, I don't need to explain this award. The Tony Soprano Award goes to Frank Torlines. Okay, we have one last short segment, and it's the Shag Game Awards. So the Shag Game is a game we play during on-field DP every practice. And the objective is to not let any ball drop in the outfield, and each ball that drops is 1 point. And so the objective is to get as little points as possible. We set a record this year, so I'll start with the Most Improved Player Award, Seth Ross. All right, the Munch of the Year goes to Cole Hurst.
This one is the Shag Game MVP, and shockingly, it goes to the center fielder, Adam Dorsa.
Okay, and one more announcement before we go. As the Shag Game president, I would like to announce the 2025 Shag Game president, Matthew Weiss.
One last thing, business, they make sure, starting tomorrow, all you guys bring all the uniforms back tomorrow, okay? Especially if you're older, they're not gonna let you graduate unless you turn that uniform in. So, make sure you turn it in, I'll be there all day, you know, find me down the field house, okay? And you can turn that stuff in, okay? Because, Mr. Rushton is, yeah, we're just doing that. Okay, so, and finally, folks, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you did to make this season a success. We had a good group of kids, we had great numbers, we had tremendous success, and we got a group of seniors that are going out of this program that's going to leave their mark for a long, long time. So with that, we're looking forward to next year, and God bless you all and enjoy your summer.